second rollage. Hello and welcome to Gaming Pop Podcast, episode 9. We did it, Charles. One more away from 10.
One more away from 10, bro.
Just to let you know, episode 10 will be live. We're still working out the kinks, but we're going to do it live on YouTube, so make sure you are there. Other than that, let's go ahead and dive into it. Actually, before we dive into it, make sure that you hit that like, comment, subscribe down below. Sorry to be that guy, but you know, we got to get things going.
We got to.
But moving on, right into our show, I wanted to talk about the Sony and PS3 and the PSP and the PS Vita, how they're getting games. Are they getting all the games taken off of the store? Or is it just those exact systems are getting all their games taken off?
It's just that the stores are closing.
Okay.
So
they're not going to be available at all.
Yeah. For PS3, PSP, and PS Vita, all those stores, they're going to be closing them, which has caused some like outrage and uproar with just like, when you talk about digital games, honestly, the PS3, Xbox 360 era, that's where like digital games started becoming a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I've missed the disc.
So what people are saying is like, okay, well, if you're going to close the stores,
you got to make the discs available.
Yeah, like how am I going to access my games? Because there is some digital games, and this is the main thing that people are tripping off of, is the digital only games. Like, I bought that game, but now since it's digital only, there is no disc. Now I can't play it no more. Like, I have no access to it. Like, what's going to happen? Which realistically, I understand, but I definitely think some people are just trying to, you know, be outraged just to be outraged. It's like, are you realistically really going to play that game that you're talking about? But point is, you do own that game. So it's like, what are you going to give me? Are you going to get my money back?
So wait, they're closing it and they're taking the games off? So if I already have like, because I have The Last of Us for PS4, but if let's just say I had it for PS3, I wouldn't have it anymore?
Essentially, since it's digital, I believe from what I was hearing is people are saying that the games better be made downloadable. Like you better be able to download it whenever you want. Whenever you want. So let's say when you go to PS5, and let's say, okay, well, I want to download my game that I have from the PS3. That's essentially still on that store. So if it's closed, am I going to be able to download that game again? And that's where people are like, okay, well, what are the workarounds around this? Like, what's going to happen? Yeah. So it's all speculation. It's all up in the air right now with what Sony is going to do, because I don't think they've answered back with a cut and clear. They haven't answered back with a cut and clear answer yet.
Well, with that, I guess it's not as important. They switched the Xbox store. They're switching the name, and I for some reason thought they were canceling Xbox Live, but they're not. I thought that tied in, because it's like I don't have any PlayStation 3 games digitally, but I have a lot of Xbox 360 games digitally, and it's like the same thing. I've been waiting to chime back into those and check them out at some point, but it's like if they're going to close down the store, how am I supposed to do that?
Exactly.
That's interesting. So that's what the debate is?
That's what the debate is, and that's why people are kind of getting a little in the uproar is because of that. It's like, okay, well, if you're closing the damn stores, like especially when it comes to a PS Vita, that's like essentially another Nintendo Switch. So it's like, all right, bro, like this is a handheld device and you're shutting down the store. What does this mean for me? Am I going to be able to purchase stuff on this still? Like, I think it's kind of shitty because you still have people who play that. Like, yeah, we might not be the ones who have a PS Vita still, but there still are people who use it. And it's like,
what if I wanted to pick one up?
Yeah.
What if because there's the God of War game on there.
Exactly.
There's a few of them.
If it's like, all right, I want to pick this up just to have some fun, a little collectible, or just use it. And it's like, okay, so what? I'm not going to be able to access it or buy any games? That's exactly what it means, which is crazy.
Well, and especially because it's like, the Vita is actually pretty cool. I remember seeing it in the store and always wanting one because there's the touchback. I thought that was really cool. That's pretty lame to take games off
PS Vita, bro, is essentially
like a small PlayStation.
That's like it's definitely a small PlayStation, bro, and it's also like that's kind of the Switch before it was a Switch.
That's true.
Because the PS Vita, I didn't have one. I had a PSP. I didn't have a PS Vita.
The PSP was.
But it's like I heard PS Vita, you could plug your stuff into your PlayStation and then you could play it on your TV.
That's cool.
And then you could take the cord out and still play it.
Yeah.
So essentially, was the Switch before the Switch. You just had to connect it.
Well, and before with that too, the trailers that they used to show or the commercials where homies had the Vita and they'd be playing like MLB. The commercial was him playing MLB, and he would like play it on the train and then get home and just pick up the same game.
Yeah.
On his PlayStation.
Yeah,
so I imagine that's the same concept.
Same thing.
It's crazy.
It's just Nintendo capitalized, bro. Nintendo capitalized.
It's just lame that PlayStation wants to go through and do all that stuff.
Check that out, my dude. New subscriber, bro.
Hey, yo, thanks for subscribing, Fanta Guy.
Fanta Guy. Shout out to you, bro.
Shout out.
Live, dog.
Right there.
You got the shout out live, bro.
So what else is going on with Sony? They're making movies, Ghost of Tsushima.
Well, one thing with the Sony back compatible with...
Oh, we were doing compatible.
Just one thing about that, I think it's crazy that they're doing all this, right? And I honestly do feel bad for the Sony heads who totally are invested into that ecosystem and love their PlayStations. For them to be worried about, okay, well, can I bring my games over? Can I do this, blah, blah, blah. Me being a primary Xbox guy, yourself as well.
Same.
Xbox is full back compat. We can play.
Don't say full though. It's not full.
It's not all of them, but
it's got more than PlayStation.
Sony cannot play PlayStation 1 games. You can't play
That's
PlayStation
the PS5,
1 games.
right? Yeah.
The PS5. You can't play PlayStation 1 games. You can't play PlayStation 2 games. It's like I know you can play a little bit because there's Vice City on there and shit like that, but Xbox, I can straight up play OG Xbox games. Well, it's like they literally give OG Xbox games and games with gold sometimes. So it's like their back compat is just crazy. It's like, dude, you have games of 20 years that you could be able to play on this new system on the Xbox Series X, and it's like PlayStation 5. You're the most powerful console in the whole generation of PlayStation. Why can I not play an old ass game that basically does not need any of this processing power to run? It's kind of shitty for them to be like I get it, but a lot of people don't play it. So a lot of people don't play the old game, so we're not totally gonna invest in it. Well, I was just playing GTA 4 last night, and I was having a ball. I was having a ball. 360 game. If I was on PlayStation 4, you know how easy it was for me to play that on my Xbox? I literally just clicked on the game, and boom, I'm playing it. Well, on PlayStation, I got to go through all these hoops.
The Series X, apparently, you can play PlayStation games, too. They were saying that there's like a hack or something on there that makes it super easy to get all of them.
Bruh, it's like a PC. It's Microsoft. It's Microsoft,
literally a
bro.
PC.
It's like a PC. Like, and Sony, you can't do any of that, bro. Like, you can't do any of that. But point is, all I'm trying to make, it just kind of sucks. It just sucks that, like, for Sony people who primarily are on that console, for them to even have to worry about any of that sucks. Because me being an Xbox dude, bro, this is all just normal to me. Like back compat and being like I said, bro, I was playing GTA 4 for a couple of hours last night, and I had a blast. Like on PlayStation, I probably would have had to gone through hoops to be able to play that, you know. And it sucks. It sucks. I hope Sony looks into it and looks into back compat, because yes, I understand that a lot of people aren't playing it. But still, people bought those games, so let us have the option.
But with the backwards compatible, it's like they don't make it backwards compatible, and I feel like the reason is because they want to just make a remake.
Hell yeah.
Make a remake and
sure.
make you pay for the game all over again, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I literally just thought of that.
And Sony is in the business of doing that. Think of Last of Us, bro. Last of Us, they released it on the PlayStation 4, Last of Us Remastered. That game easily could have been back compat.
Oh, very much.
Easily.
They could have backwards compatibled it and just been like, hey, we upped the graphics.
Easy.
Yeah, they could.
But no, all they said no.
There's not even DLC for that game except for the one. Oh yeah, there is the one DLC.
Yeah, there's
But there's no DLC for the second one. That kind of makes me excited.
Apparently they're saying that.
I bet you they probably won't for some weird reason, because that game is so damn long as it is.
Yeah, but they might do like just a backstory shit. They might do like a Dina backstory or something, or it'd probably be more Abby backstory. But then again, we already saw her. We saw
Abby's back. I wouldn't mind. What's the kid's name? I know it starts with a Z.
The
X.
Asian kid.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
That would be cool.
That would be sick DLC, bro.
That character literally stole the show. I was hating that
DLC.
game until that kid came along. I'm like, okay. That was a good part. That was a good game.
I think I'm going to replay that game eventually when I get my PS5.
I think I'm going to replay it today.
Stop.
I'm going to replay it today.
I don't blame you, though. I don't blame you.
I'm going to replay that. Well, I'm not replay. I think I'm already like halfway through my second replay.
Really?
Yeah. Not even halfway. I think I just got to Abby. Anyway, so
speaking more Sony stuff, bro.
Yeah, no, they've got the Uncharted game supposed to come out, Ghost of Tsushima,
Movie.
directed by Chad. Now stay with
Chad.
me here. Stahelski. I got it.
Stahelski. Yeah, Stahelski. Chad Stahelski.
Chad Stahelski, who's supposed to direct that. And The Last of Us still is supposed to come out on HBO.
Yeah, bro. That's
I'm
in the works.
excited for that.
That's in the works. So, basically, Sony is in their bag right now, creating.
Trying to get some stuff.
They are trying to.
Catch
I
up.
like what Sony's doing. I really do like what they're doing when it comes to this aspect, because right now they are the video game machine. They're the story machine. If you want story games, PlayStation's got you.
Yeah, I see that.
They proved it with PS4. They just banger, 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 banger. And now it's like, now Sony's like, bro, look, we understand Microsoft is this multi-billion-dollar company, but we're just going to keep putting our foot on your throat. And now we're just going to start making our most iconic video games, which is crazy because Ghost of Tsushima just came out. But they're like, we're just going to make our most iconic properties into TV shows and movies. And we're just going to even shove more PlayStation shit in your face. And you know what? That just means you got to buy a PlayStation to even be a part of this world.
Yeah.
You can't play me on Nintendo and you can't play me on Xbox. You got to come to PlayStation to get this experience and understand what is going on.
I don't think that's completely true, though, because there's a lot of crossover games. There's a lot of multi-platform games. But there definitely are the few exclusives, like The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima. There's a few exclusives, but it's like, even those exclusives, you might be right. Those definitely
Those are the ones.
Right.
Yeah, those are the ones that
even
are
those just
not
few.
multi-platform. Those are the ones that are only here.
Yeah.
You need to come here. Uncharted is in the works. The big three right now is Uncharted, Last of Us, and Ghost of Tsushima. Which Ghost of Tsushima is the one that was just announced this week. Which I have. Look at this. I have this steel book cover case for this game, and I have not even put in 30 minutes into it because this game came out. This game came out what, a month after Last of Us Part 2? So
literally like the same time.
I got burnt out. When I played The Last of Us 2, bro, I got burnt out. That game was so long. It was so unnecessary long.
I think it was perfectly
to where it burnt me the hell out. And I was like, I can't hop into another story game like this. I need to take some time.
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima, I played, like, one time I was super drunk. I was super drunk. And I was like, dude, I got to finally start this. And I started playing it for like 30 minutes. Super cool. And I was just like, all right, I'm, drunk. I was like, all right, I'm done. And I just put it down. But from everything I've heard about that game and what people think about it, etc.
You haven't played it much? How far did you get?
Literally only 30 minutes in.
Really?
Yeah, only 30 minutes in.
Okay, let me ask you this, though. In that 30 minutes, do you feel like it's one of those games or almost like Shadow of Mordor, how it's got just the game loop? You kill a couple of guys, you go up to a tower, you come back down, kill a bunch of guys, another tower kind of thing?
I couldn't tell you, bro, because I didn't get that far in.
Okay,
I didn't get that far
curious.
in. I basically jumped in. So in that game, I believe it starts in a big ass battle.
That's what It
starts in a big ass battle, and
I've seen like the first 10 minutes of it.
I thought it was cool. And what's funny, I didn't even realize I still had this because last night I wasn't drunk or anything, but last night it was like 10 p.m. and I was just like, I feel like playing some video games. And I was thinking of what to play, and I forgot that I even had that game because I totally would have just played that. Yeah, but Ghost of Tsushima, if the John Wick director Chad Stahelski is making this movie or TV show, I think that's gonna be sick because this guy knows action.
It's a dude who directed John Wick, so yeah, he knows some action.
Yes.
But he also knows some grody action because I haven't seen, I've only seen half of the first movie.
Of what?
Of the first John Wick. I've only seen half of the first John Wick.
Bro.
And the reason I haven't really watched any of the other ones is because I've seen clips of all the other ones, and it's like, okay.
You've only seen the first John Wick?
Only half of the first.
Jordan!
Well, it's like, it's a cool movie, but it's like, how much of perfect headshots can homies just take? It's a good, I get it, it's a cool,
so good,
it's cool action,
it's so good.
they're doing stuff, but it's almost
so
like,
good.
gratuitous violence to me is always just kind of like, let's pull back a little bit. Like The Last of Us gets
We
kind of...
play video games.
I know, but some video games lighten it up.
This dude plays GTA Online like every other day.
Okay, the only time GTA is like disturbingly graphic is when you play in first-person mode and you try to knife people. That's about the only time you're like, okay.
That sounds gross. I've never even done that.
Yeah,
Sick
I did it one time. Well, it's because when the first person first came out, I was like, okay, let's see how this game plays.
Let me see what this is like.
And I haven't done it since because it was so bad.
Evil bastard.
You feel guilty.
So
So it's like,
felt gross.
why would I want to watch John Wick? Where today, the clip that I saw from John Wick 3 today was homie just in a lobby just going, tuk, 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 tuk,
Bruh.
literally the same scene from
Bruh.
Call of Duty.
Bruh.
That one Call of Duty scene where everyone's like, no.
Relax.
Call of Modern Warfare 2.
Relax. He's
At the airport.
Okay, those are citizens.
And it's all for a dog.
Those are
all
citizens.
for a dog.
Those
it
are
doesn't justify
citizens.
anything.
Do not compare John Wick to that scene. That they were terrorists who walked into an airport and killed a whole bunch of citizens.
Okay.
And just normal innocent
So
people.
what's John Wick?
John
An
Wick is-
ex-assassin?
John Wick is
who's
killing,
mad that people killed his dog?
John Wick is killing another assassins who are trying to kill him.
Because he
For
killed
people who wronged him.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
And not only did
Charles,
they kill his dog, but they messed up his car, bro.
the plot of this movie is kind of really flipping dumb. The first movie, he's mad because they killed the dog. The second movie, they're mad because he killed all of their people. And I'm assuming the third one is just a continuation of the second one, where they're all even more assassins
He
on him.
kills some more people. Yeah.
Yeah, so the
he
third one-
breaks the rule. He
Yeah.
breaks the rule. He breaks the rule.
Exactly.
He breaks the
You've
rule.
broken one of the assassin rules, so now all of the assassins have to
Bruh.
come after you. Only because you killed 4
Bro.
other assassins who really were coming after you because somebody killed your dog.
George tripping right now because I just watched first of all, I've seen all 3 of the John Wicks. And I just watched John Wick 3 like 2 days ago. I just rewatched it for the first time since I've seen it in theaters. John Wick, I don't even like action movies, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
To be straight up, I really do not like Macho Man movies like that. John Wick, though, is the fucking exception, bro. That movie, that whole series is so fucking cool. I just can't. Like, the gunplay and everything, it's like, you gotta love the art that goes into that.
I can understand. He's actually talented.
Even Keanu Reeves, like, he says he trains just months on end, bro. He's even trained out here in Paran.
There's a clip of him.
He's trained out here in Paran,
There's a clip
bro.
of him training and stuff.
Yeah.
He's legit. I'm
No,
not
for
doubting
sure.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, yeah.
Keanu Reeves
Not
is
at
a
all.
great
Not at
dude.
all. Yeah, yeah.
What I'm saying is, I just don't need
It's just too
excessive
much.
violence.
It's
Let
too
me
much.
tell you. Yesterday, I walked into this house, and Wayne was watching an Al Capone movie.
Yeah.
I'm just still baffled by it. Homie's got dude tied to a chair, and I walk in the midst of this scene. I don't know what the scene is. I don't know why homie's tied to a chair. All I see is the dude holding the guy's head right here and stabbing him repeatedly in the neck.
Yeah.
And the camera is focused right here on his neck, and you're just like, he's
like-
just sticking him, just
like, dude, what
over
is that?
30 times. And I'm like, they cut away, and you still hearing him stick him. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, I can't.
Yeah, it
I'm
is
a
too much.
fragile human being. Like, games and all that shit are cool, but at the end of the day, you fall the wrong way and you're done. You know what I'm
All right.
saying? That's the only reason it gets crazy for me. All right, so
Bro.
here's a question for y'all. How graphic is too graphic?
Because I do hear
don't
what
be
you,
descriptive.
I hear what you're saying, bro. Because when I was watching John Wick 3, there's totally scenes to where he's like shooting somebody's head, and you literally see the blood just splat on the wall, and it's like they don't do that too often, and like unless you like. When it comes to Blade movies, like swords and shit, yes, you're gonna see the blood
Yeah,
squirt.
then
Some
that's
Kill Bill,
okay.
some Kill Bill
Yeah.
shit. You're gonna see it. How is that okay?
Okay,
You
look,
how you gonna cut
here's the
somebody's
thing.
guts open? But that's okay.
Here's the
but
thing.
Just doop, and then some blood.
Kill Bill was nice, okay violence. It's like, dude, this movie is violent. They're killing each other with swords, but it wasn't like literally what you said, heads exploding and homies doing over. Okay, it's overkill. When there's overkill is when I'm disgusted. It's like I can understand shooting a homie in the chest a couple of
I'll tell you
times
that.
until you know he's dead.
I'll tell you that. It's
But
definitely
one-
John Wick. Oh, if you want to talk about overkill, it's definitely John Wick.
It's
that
like-
motherfucker just be blasting motherfuckers.
Exactly.
It's so sick though. It's so cool.
I'll
It's so
bet
cool.
you it's sick. I'll
It's so
bet you it's
fucking
cool. I like cool stuff.
John Wick is so tight.
The last point I'll make on it is, like I said, overkill. You shoot a homie like 2-3 times in the chest, you know he's gonna die.
Yeah.
So from that point, do you need to shoot him in the head? No, but John Wick would.
Hey, that's just to clarify. That's
a double tap.
That is John Wick is the assassin. So he's gonna make sure you're dead. He's totally gonna make sure you're dead. And Halle Berry is in the third one too, and she was doing her thing, and she got 2 German Shepherds, bro.
I need to tell you. Okay,
so good.
I need to take back a little bit of the graphic thing that I just talked about, because there's a show on Amazon Prime called It's called Invincible. Have you heard or seen about it?
No.
It's like apparently a comic book, but it's literally like a spin on the DC heroes. Okay. There's like a Justice League already, and then there's another superhero.
Oh no.
Who's like not part of the Justice League, but he's like a Superman.
Ooh.
So he's like a Superman. He comes from a different planet. All that. He tells his backstory. Lit. He's not part of this Justice League group, and out of nowhere, all of the Justice League get this call. They're not the Justice League. They're whatever their squad is. They get this call, and they go, and then this Superman dude murks every last one of them. There's 7 of them, and it's a gory little scene.
Damn, bro.
It's the coolest little scene. I'll have to show you before you leave. There's only 3 episodes up right now, but it's pretty cool.
This is cartoon?
Yeah, it's a cartoon. It's animated. It literally reminds me of like Teen Titans. It looks just like it. That's like the Teen Titans. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like her. Damn. That whole team. That show's pretty cool. Anyway, but yeah,
that sounds crazy.
It's a good little graphic intro. It's a good spin on like the superhero genre, because usually,
You saying this, bro? I was hoping this was gonna be like some of The Boys.
It kind of is. It definitely is like The Boys.
It's like The Boys, just cartoon,
but cartoon animated. And there's no The Boys. It's all just superheroes.
Yeah. Okay. For sure. Bet.
That kid is the son of the super dad who went. That kid is the son of like the Superman who went Merc. And that kid is just now discovering his powers. So it's going to be... So my hypothesis is at some point, those two are obviously going to butt heads, and the kid is going to have to beat his dad up. But his dad is like the super of Supermans.
All right.
Anyway, next topic.
Yeah. Enough. Yeah. I love how we just went on a whole John Wick tangent for like 10 minutes. That was awesome. Shout out John Wick. And shout out Chad Stahelski. With his Ghost of Tsushima movie. Congrats to you. Stahelski.
Look, it's Stahelski. It's literally, you just break it.
Stahelski. Yeah. No doubt, for sure.
Hell is in there.
But shout out to homie for getting his chance to make a Ghost of Tsushima movie.
That'll be interesting.
I'm excited to see what he does with it, just because with John Wick was awesome.
Have you heard of whitewash in Hollywood? Do you know what that means?
Oh, to
like cast white people as like ethnic people.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about that now that I'm seeing it.
I bet you won't be bad, but
sometimes it happens.
Sony's a Japanese company.
That's true.
Too. It's not gonna happen. If they're gonna make that shit, they're gonna do it right.
I hope so. Because it would really be weird to watch not Keanu, Leonardo DiCaprio trying to play the lead role.
Oh God.
I think the camera just cut out on us.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. Ghost of Tsushima was pretty cool.
Ghost of Tsushima. Shout out to Chad. How do you say his last name?
How do you say it, Charles?
Stahelski. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
So Chad Stahelski. Moving on, we want to talk a little bit about Microsoft and how they're purchasing Discord, how they're purchasing Bethesda for billions of dollars. They're talking to. Did they buy them, or are they still talking to Discord?
No, the Discord talks right now are currently still rumors.
But they're rumoring to pay $10 billion.
Yes, rumoring to pay $10 billion, and with this rumor even coming out, that means that there definitely is talks.
And that's billion with a B.
10 billion. As you guys know, Microsoft just bought Bethesda for $7.5 billion.
So they're putting something together. They're working on something over there.
100%. Microsoft is they are playing tough right now, bro. They are playing definitely as the underdogs, and they are playing as the guys who got their asses whooped last gen, and now they're coming into this gen with, hey, we got the stronger console than you. We have back compat. We got quick resume. We have all these things. We have the better controller, which most people agree the Xbox controller is better than PlayStation controller.
Very much.
Although the PS5 controller,
let me cut in
with
just
the
real
haptic
quick.
feedback. Yeah.
The PS4 controller is doo-doo. And the only reason I know that is because of my time. I got rid of my Xbox for a little bit, and I was like, oh, I got a PS4. I'll just play that for a little bit. Yeah. Try playing Apex on there versus Xbox. It's not worth it. It's not the same thing. You're not playing the same game with a PlayStation controller. I just got to tell you that.
Which is very interesting too, just because like Call of Duty now is primarily the biggest on PlayStation because of the marketing agreements and blah 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 blah. Which is like, I like the DualShock 4. I actually have not even held a PlayStation 5 controller yet. Eventually, when the stock comes and I can get it, I'm not gonna go out of my way to really fully try to get one of these bad boys just because they're getting bought up by bots 24/7. So I'm just gonna wait until they're more easily to grab, and then I'll finally get one. But I haven't tried this new controller. But from what I've heard, is that this controller is a game changer, and I hear that it's a really good step in the future for it. So I'm excited to see what Xbox does in the future. I don't think they're gonna change much when it comes to the controller. It's just gonna be the vibrations and the haptic feedback. That's all they're gonna do. So.
But back to the Discord
thing. Back to this Discord thing.
I think, well, they were talking about how Discord is probably going to replace, like, the party chat.
Yeah.
Because that'll be nice. Like, I'll bet you that'll be so much smoother than the current party chat.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of party chat, my house is kind of currently sucky. So I used to have 3 headsets, and there's 3 of us brothers. But now I only have 2 headsets. And so when we all want to play Apex together, somebody's got to sacrifice and not have the mic.
That sucks, bro.
And so Jai and I have been using the Xbox app to talk.
Yeah.
It's not bad, but it's not good. So I'd like to see where Discord could come in and see how that would get replaced.
The very interesting thing of this Discord thing is, like, you already empathized it when you were telling $10 billion.
So they got something. They got to make that back.
Yeah. So it's like you don't even gotta really know what Discord is. If a company is gonna buy anything for $10 billion, that just tells you how much of an asset that is to a company to buy something for $10 billion.
So I have a hard time spending $10.
Exactly. $10 billion is nothing to joke around with. So, for those of you who don't know what Discord is a voice chatting app that is primarily used on personal computers, PCs.
But it's also like a place for people to talk. Like, there's other groups besides people on PC.
I've even seen I think last night I saw something about this, to where on Discord, it's like, in a way, it's kind of like Reddit, to where you could just kind of post links and stuff like that. So people could just kind of go to it and talk about it and blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, in a way, Discord is its own little Reddit, just with voice. So imagine having a Reddit, but you could talk to people and hear voices and being able to start party chats up instantly. And also, like what you were saying about your voice chat, where you Jai and Jalen sometimes, somebody has to sacrifice and hop on the Xbox Live app. Now you're going to be able to use Discord, which everything is going to work way more seamlessly. And with Microsoft being able to buy this, that's just more getting into. For the most part, Microsoft is a business. Xbox is just a division of Microsoft. Yep. Xbox to Microsoft is not the number one. It is not the biggest bread maker. It is not, to them, that is the stepchild. It's like the redheaded stepchild. Xbox is the redheaded stepchild to Microsoft. That's how much money these guys fucking make, dude.
Really?
Yes.
Just Microsoft and Windows?
Yes. Microsoft is like worth like fucking 20 times as Sony is. And that's not to say Sony is nothing, because when you talk about Sony, guess what their biggest thing is their gaming division.
Really?
The Sony's biggest asset is PlayStation.
I could have sworn it was their movies just because it got Spider-Man, but
I mean, no. I mean, I could see why. I could see that. But when you think about it, a movie ticket costs you how much? $15 compared to one video game that costs you $60.
That's if you don't go on a damn Tuesday and pay $5 for that some gum. $5 Tuesdays. Keep that in mind. If they ever bring them back,
they'll bring those Johns back. They'll definitely bring those back. But
no.
Sony's biggest asset is PlayStation and their gaming division. Microsoft's biggest asset is Xbox is nowhere even near being their biggest asset.
Microsoft itself.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the software. It's Microsoft Word. It's all of these subscriptions. It's Microsoft Office. That is their bread and butter, is subscriptions. That's why Game Pass is what it's becoming to be because they don't care about the $60. Sony cares about the $60. They'd rather sell you on that single player first person game $60. You give it to me right now. We're gonna sell about 5 million of these. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money in the can. Microsoft is more so pushing, hey, first and most part, we are a software company. We are a subscription company. Game Pass. We're gonna sell you on Game Pass. You're gonna give us $15 a month for the rest of your fucking life.
I almost switched.
You know
over
why?
to that.
Because it's too good. It's too good. It's how can you pass up? You get Xbox Live, you get Game Pass, blah 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 blah. You know how much games I played last night? I tried 3 different games last night
off of Game Pass. That's not bad.
3 different games.
I might need to get on it too because I've only got like 5 games on my Xbox right now, and I just feel like I'm just cycling through them.
Bruh, it's the best deal in gaming right now. It's the best deal in gaming right now. I know Sony is trying to come up with something, but the thing is with Sony is they don't want to put their first party games when they release day and date on their system because, like I just said, they care about the $60. They say, hey, dude, we're not Microsoft. We don't have all this backing of money behind us.
We don't.
We need that $60.
Give it to me.
Microsoft, on the other hand, like I said, Xbox is a redheaded stepchild. They don't need it. Sony does need it. So, like, okay, not only do we have good games, but we all know you're going to pay the $60 for it. Microsoft has kind of shitted in the bed when it came to earning that goodwill of having good first-party games. So now this is all part of their plan. I see what they're doing. I like what they're doing. But with the Discord acquisition, this is just more so showing that they are so much more bigger than Xbox in itself. We are going to buy Discord. We are going to own the way everybody communicates. And
you're right. And Discord doesn't even have to be exclusively with Xbox, like what you're saying. They can be doing its own
Sony.
thing.
It could be on Sony too.
Camera cut out again.
I'm saying that like it's fully gone through. It has
like we even know what it's going to do. Yeah. We'll see. It'll have some results for us.
It'll definitely have some results, and it's going to be a good thing for Microsoft either way. The company is just fucking buying up all types of shit. And that's where it's in the beginning of this whole even start of this topic, bro, to where Microsoft is out here and they're playing fucking ball, bro. They are trying to buy up stuff. They are trying to put their foothold on territories, dude, and just implement all their shit. So like, okay, if you're Sony, you want to use this. If eventually Microsoft starts using Discord, Sony eventually is going to be like, all right, dude, we need to up our game. Like we might need to talk to them about having Discord on PlayStation. I'm like, all right, you're going to pay us fucking $1 billion to use it.
Yep.
Or Nintendo. Nintendo right now is the worst out of everybody.
Well, it could even change the PC game too.
Yeah, they change the PC. Game. I mean, they're not. I don't think Discord's going to change too much on the PC side. Like, I honestly don't think Microsoft buying Discord is going to ruin it.
What if they put a subscription on it?
That could be a thing. That could be a thing. If you want to use Discord, $10 a month. Yeah. It could even be $5 a month. Discord is such a big thing to where it's like you could make. Think about it. $5 a month is the cheapest you hear about any streaming service or anything really that you're paying for monthly. So if they say, hey, if you want to use Discord, $5 a month. We're gonna keep it going for you. It's gonna be the same thing as $5 a month. Blah 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 blah. I honestly don't see them doing that because I don't think they're smart. These are smart people, and I think putting a price on it, it'd be like putting $10 on Twitter. Like, Twitter is in talks to eventually add a subscription service to it. It's been in talks. It's rumored. It's a rumored thing.
I don't like that
But
at
the
all.
thing is like, do you really want to do that? You're going to capitalize all your users who use that. You know what I'm saying? It could be $5. It could be $5. $5 to use Twitter. But most people are gonna be like, bro, why am I gonna pay $5 to just tweet, hey, I'm eating a burger?
I only get 6 tweets this month.
No. Why would I do that when I could just post it on my Instagram story?
Yep.
No. So bigs up to Microsoft. They're out here doing Microsoft shit. Nothing's really too surprising. But the surprising part is $10 billion, dude. That is
it's too much. That's too much money to be getting for an app.
A lot of money.
And that's not even a determined amount. They could still be going up or down right now.
But what I will say is $10 billion for Discord, it's a lot of money, but at the same time, I feel like right now with Discord, They're still in their infant stage, just like this podcast and stuff, bro. Imagine if you would have bought Twitch 8 years ago. You could have bought it for like maybe $2 billion. Mm-hmm. Now Twitch is something they don't. Amazon, Jeff Bezos, they're not gonna get rid of Twitch. There's too much money in Twitch.
Oh, Twitch is part of Amazon?
Twitch is owned by Amazon.
That makes sense.
Twitch Gaming.
Yeah.
Prime Gaming.
Sense. Yeah.
Twitch is integrated with Amazon, bro. They own it. So it's like Twitch back then, if somebody would have came and bought it out, they'd say, hey, we're gonna give you $1 billion or $5 billion for this. Now the net worth for Twitch is out of this world. It's to the point. Twitch is to the point to where nobody's gonna sell it.
Yeah.
Because they know it's too valuable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with Discord, the reason why these talks are very interesting too is just because I feel like Discord is in that same Twitch position to where it's like, we know our value. We know Discord is only literally blowing up. So why would we sell it? But when somebody comes up to you and offers you $10 billion on a paper, who are you to turn down $10 billion?
They haven't taken it yet. So who are they? They haven't. It's not official yet.
They're trying to hear some talks. But at the end of the day, Microsoft is Microsoft. So who else is offering you $10 billion? Not a lot of people are offering you $10 billion.
Sugar mama.
So let's see what happens. But I think that is very, 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 very interesting. Like I said, Microsoft being Microsoft, bro.
No, we'll see what happens.
All right.
So that Nintendo Switch is supposed to drop with a bigger screen, and it's going to be 720p handheld and supposedly 4K when it's docked. I think that'll be dope. Have you been playing Apex? I think I asked you this last time. Have you been playing Apex on there on the Switch?
No.
You haven't?
No. I had a friend. I was talking to him in the Xbox party, and he's like, yeah, I've been playing on my Switch. He was like, he said it honestly does not run well, but he was just able to like fucking murk everybody on there.
Yeah.
He said he got like 30 kills in one game, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I bet, because the controls are so shitty. I mean, if I would have played Apex on my Switch docked with my Pro controller, I bet I could just go in there and demolish everybody.
You could do some work.
But I'm not going to.
Speaking of demolish, I did a really good game of Apex this morning. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. This guy. I was going to go into the whole story, but then I realized it's too much.
Okay, so I want to ask you about this Nintendo Switch stuff.
Okay.
So the big rumor for this week is apparently this console, the new Switch Pro, the new upgrade, is supposed to be $400. But you already said it. It's apparently supposed to be 720p base when you're playing on your phone, and then it could be on your Switch, and then 4K when it's docked.
I would pay $400.
Would you pay $400 for this?
I would pay $400 if it came with a couple of games, like a special edition or something. But like $400 on its own. I mean, maybe if they let me do 2 payments. Shoot, you want to do 2 payments? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about 2 payments. $200 here, $200 in 2 months. That's fine with me. But no, I mean, if it's gonna be $400, which how much is the Xbox One right now? $500?
The Xbox Series X is $500, PlayStation 5 $500.
Oh my god!
If you want to go the digital version of PlayStation 5, you're looking at $400. If you want to get the Series S for the Xbox, you're looking at $300.
So putting all of that together,
$300 is the current price of the Switch.
Wait.
But the Pro Switch is going to be $400.
The most basic PlayStation is $300?
The most you could get a next gen system with the Xbox Series S for $300.
Okay, here's the problem with all of that. If you were to grab every single console, which is usually the goal of the generation, that is about $1,400. Not to mention the games that you're going to add on to that.
Right now.
And that's if it even does settle. But nonetheless, paying $400 for a Nintendo Switch that has 4 games in front of us, maybe a couple Zeldas, not even a Metroid yet. They were talking about a Metroid that ain't even out yet.
Look,
I'm not with it. I'm not with it.
Look.
I'm not with it.
I have a lot of digital games on my Switch, primarily just because that is a console that I would primarily like to have digital on, because I don't want to keep switching. It's a handheld console. I don't want to keep switching in between games. So these are the only bad boys I have. This is primarily right before I got the Switch. And the only reason why I have this is because I knew it was going to go off the store.
Well, here's the other thing.
So I bought this.
You don't even have Super Smash Bros. And that's like the biggest and only reason to have a Nintendo from at least what I remember growing up.
I do have Smash.
You do?
I do. It's digital. That's what I'm saying. So when you're talking about a handheld console, the only reason why I have these 3 is because when I first bought it, these are the 3 I got.
Okay.
I only got this one just because I knew it was going to leave the store, so I said I'm going to buy it physically. But for my Switch, I buy digital games for the most part just because, let's say I'm on an airplane. I'm in the airport. I'm just chilling, walking around. I don't want to need to switch games. I just rather just go to it.
Well, here's my other question with the whole Switch thing is it's like, should digital games cost less than a physical game?
I think so. I definitely think so. You're not producing cases. You're not producing artwork. You're not making a physical copy of the video game. There's no reason why digital games should not be cheaper. There's absolutely no reason. Absolutely no reason. It's honestly obscene. It's so crazy that those games still cost the same. There is no reason for it. You are not producing a case. You are not producing artwork, and you are not producing a physical copy. Why is it still the same price? If anything, just make it $10 off.
Is the screen going to be bigger?
The screen is supposed to be bigger, but at the same time,
how much?
I can't tell you the exact measurements, but the screen is supposed to be bigger, and the thing is, it's supposed to be capped at 720p, and that's what everybody is like. Okay, well, why am I going to be paying more money? It's essentially a downgrade when it comes to the handheld.
What's the handheld? What is it currently at?
It can do 1080p.
The handheld right now can do 1080p?
Yes.
Really?
The handheld right now can do 1080p, but
so then, well, we're not buying this. Don't buy this. If you buy it and it's not 780p, 720p, and you're paying $400, it's 2021.
That's where
it's time for some 4Ks.
Yeah, dude.
Some 8Ks are coming around the corner,
bro. That's where some people are like, why would I pay $400 for a system in a handheld that does 720? And I understand that there's people on both sides. There's people who are saying, hey, dude, well, it's Nintendo. Their games, you don't need 1080p, blah, 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 blah. Which I understand, but it's like, okay, well, Breath of the Wild is a great fucking game, but hey.
How much better would have been that way, yep.
Let's not sit here and act like that game is a graphical phenomenon. No. Like, it's not. It's a good game. It's a very good game, but it's not a graphical phenomenon. Why would somebody pay $400 for that when you could get The Last of Us 2 on a PlayStation, base PlayStation 4? You could probably pick that up for $200. I could buy a system for $200 and play this insane looking graphical game for $200. Whereas I could buy this Pro edition for $400, and I'm playing the same type of games I've been playing since the 70s, and it's still essentially just better.
I feel like I'll continue just to really not really like Nintendo because it's like, their biggest platform is Mario. Yeah. That's like the only dude that they can ever poop out. Yeah. And on top of that, where's all the other games that I want to be playing? Yeah. Like, I get Last of Us as a PlayStation exclusive, but where's Skyrim? Well, I guess there is Skyrim, but it's just like, Nintendo is just like, it's a kid's console to me. All the Nintendo games, Nintendo 64 kid console. I mean, like, you can be an adult and play some stuff, but there's not many like adult games. I'm not saying rated M for mature or anything like that, but I'm just saying it's like, to me, a Nintendo, the demographic is going to be families
for sure
to children.
That's where their bread and butter is. That is definitely where their bread and butter is.
And that's why I don't want us investing in it, because it's like, that's not what we're trying to play. Mario is cool. I won't tell you that. I mean, I'm not going to lie on that. I would like to play that Bowser's Fury that you got. But it's like, that's about my extent of Mario, and I'm not going to pay $400 to play Mario when I could get an emulator and play that on my whatever else,
I'll say this is like, with me, I just feel like when it comes to Nintendo, the thing is with Nintendo is they know what they're doing and they do it really well. They know their demographic is kids and families, and they make their fucking games superior. Like, you will not find Nintendo experiences on any other console.
That's true.
You just won't. You won't. You will not find that pure joy of sitting there and just playing a Mario. There's nothing like it. It's only on Nintendo. They can try to recreate something like this on PlayStation or Xbox, but you'll never be able to match this. And that is why the Switch is doing the crazy numbers that it has. The Switch is the first Nintendo console that I purchased since the Nintendo DS. I had the Nintendo DS, bro, when I was probably in 6th grade. I'm fucking about to be 25 years old.
Well, I think the reason that you grab the Switch is because it definitely is a little bit more like adult, more like hands-on. It's obviously handheld, so it's there's a little bit more responsibility where not every parent is going to go out and grab their kid a Switch. They're definitely going to go out and grab them a Wii because, hey, I can play this with my kid too.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying?
No. I see what you're saying, but the Wii is fucking came out in 2007.
I know, that's a whole other story.
That's a dinosaur.
What I'm trying to say is with Nintendo, yes, they're growing, yes, they're doing good with kids and stuff, but I feel like the Nintendo Switch is a little bit more tailored to like our generation, you know?
For sure, but at the end of it, it's just like the next gen of it. The Switch is just a Nintendo DS, just the next gen version of it. It's the evolution. Evolution of it.
I'm still just waiting to see them make something that's not cartridges. Because I feel like these are like Game Boy games. Although they're obviously not, they run better and stuff like that, but it's like, when are they going to make just a normal console like Xbox or PlayStation? Not that they have to. I mean, it's cool that they get to be different, but...
Yeah, I don't think they have. Yeah, they don't need to just because their niche is the handheld market.
That is true.
That is the handheld market.
Game Boy Color.
Their niche is the handheld market. There's nobody else doing what they're doing in the handheld market.
That's true.
PlayStation, PSP, and the PS Vita, they try to compete.
Well, then there you go. That's why they're going to make a $400 one, because literally exactly what you just said. There's no one else to make handheld games. Xbox is. Yeah. The only handheld Xbox has is the stuff with a Game Pass and an Android phone.
Which is very nice, because that's the one that's infant stage 2. And it seems very cool. Mm-hmm. It's like essentially you're just playing normal Xbox wherever you go because it's all part of the cloud. Mm-hmm. So very interesting stuff what Xbox is doing. But when it comes to Nintendo, my final verdict, I'm not paying $400 for a 720p system and 4K docked.
I'll agree.
Why would I pay that much money when the Series S is $300 and I could play a 4K game? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It just... What you're paying $100 more to play it handheld? Mm-hmm. I understand the power of the handheld, and it is extremely nice. But I'm not paying $400 for a 720p.
I hear that
handheld. That's not going to happen.
I hear that. With the Series S, what's the difference between the X? Is it just lower graphic, or it doesn't have a disk drive?
It is lower. It's definitely lower specs.
Okay.
Lower specs within that machine. With PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 5 digital, that is the exact same console. It's just the digital has no disk drive. Mm-hmm. The Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S, the X is extremely powerful. It's the most powerful console.
It's like a PC, like homies are saying.
It's like a PC, yeah. It's literally a PC. It's the first console that looks like a tower. Mm-hmm. So it's literally like a mini PC. The Xbox Series S is very compact. It's very small. They essentially made that box for it to be a Game Pass machine. It's your cheapest entry into next gen, and then on top of that, you're paying $15 a month, and you have access to over 300 games. So that's what the Series S is trying to be sold as.
Is it digital only though? Does it have a disk drive?
Only.
Okay, that's what I thought.
There is no disk drive, and the specs are lower. That's why it's $300. But it's like, yeah, the specs are lower, but it's like you could still play 4K games on that. There's still games reaching 60 frames 4K on it, and that's what's very impressive. On Digital Foundry, they review all this games. Stuff. They go into all the details of these games and what they look like with the frames and graphic power and stuff like that. And they even said, this is the most impressive next gen console. They're like, this is the most impressive. Like the price point and what you can get out of this thing, most impressive.
I hear that.
I hear that. So, the Nintendo Switch Pro for $400. I don't really know, Chief. I wouldn't buy it.
I'm not doing it.
I wouldn't buy it. Cool for them, but one thing that would sway me is if it is the same. If it is $400 and it's 1080p and then 4K docked. If you're adding onto it, don't sell me something and you're taking away from it.
Yeah,
I paid $300 for a system that does 1080p and then 1080 docked. Why are you going to make me pay $100 more for it to be 720p and then 4K? That makes no sense.
And you don't even have Metroid.
Yeah, there's no Metroid. Where's the Metroid at? They've been sleeping on a lot of games.
So speaking of games, what have you been playing lately?
So last night I don't know what happened. was about to go to sleep last night, dude, and then I woke up. I didn't wake up, but I was kind of like, all right, it's kind of gonna go play some Xbox because I had Prey downloaded. I had Prey downloaded. That's one of the Bethesda games I got added to Game Pass, and I went down there. I went to the living room. I started playing, and I was like playing it, and I was just telling my brother, I was like, bro, I don't know what it is about this game, but I'm just not fully in it.
Prey.
I was like, this is like, it's like a BioShock clone, but it's just not as intriguing as BioShock.
That's interesting because a lot of people like it. Did you get very far?
A lot of people do like it. I probably played about an hour of it.
It's enough time to realize if you like it or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like I got into it. I'm moving around. I got the gun. I'm figuring things out. And I'm just like, I was telling my brother, and I'm like, bro, I was like, you literally start off with a wrench, just like BioShock.
That's funny.
So I'm like, this is literally like a BioShock clone, but it is nowhere as intriguing as
That's
BioShock.
funny. I wonder if I'll like Prey because I don't really like BioShock that much.
Who is this guy?
I'm sorry to say, I don't like BioShock that much. It's like I played
John Wick your ass.
I played the first one like you told me to, and I probably made it about as far as I did the last time I played it. Which is, I don't know. It's like I got in there, and then they're like, oh, go here. Oh, kill that guy. I don't know, man. It might have even just been scary, or I just stopped paying attention, but...
You was scared. You was scared.
I wasn't. I think I got rid of it.
It's a creepy game.
I think I lost Game Pass. Either which way, it wasn't the greatest game to me. But what I have been playing lately, Apex Legends. I'm rocking at it. I got, kill leader, and then I got killed right after, so you know how it goes. You get nice 6 kills with the Spitfire and the Devotion with the turbocharger on that, and then you're done.
Oh yeah, bro.
Because all of a sudden, homie wants to come out of nowhere and just third party you because he thinks he's better than you, but he's not. Yeah, it's all good though.
The Devo with the turbocharger is insane.
But what I also
That's gun of the game.
What I also have been playing, and I haven't played it in a minute, but this is the one that I want to finish, and this is the game I'm kind of working on is Resident Evil 1.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. Sick. They gave it free for Games for Gold, and I downloaded it, and I played like the first 5 minutes of it, or not 5, I probably put like a good hour into it, but it's such an old game that I wasn't ready for it, It was such a different experience, dude. It's weird to me how like games before, before 2000 were just like so much more intricate and detailed. That game, it's like... The what's so crazy about it is it's got fixed cameras, so you're not moving the camera at all, and that's what makes it so trippy and scary. But I like that. Well, other than that, I've been playing the Outer Worlds, and it's not that fun anymore.
Really?
I mean, it's like fun, but I don't know what to do. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing good, and then it's like, oh man, I died here, so now I don't want to play anymore. Yeah. So,
dude, George. Shout out to you, dude, because while I was playing Prey last night, there was a part of me. So I played Prey, and then I was like, okay, this is just, it's not a bad game. But
and you played Fallout New Vegas?
I didn't play Fallout New Vegas, but I played that. I played Prey, and then I started playing Little Nightmares, and then I was like, and these are all Game Pass games, and then I was like, I think I want to try that Outer Worlds. I was like, I feel like that type of game style is what I'm kind of craving.
It's an RPG.
Yeah,
it's a little tough.
Like that's what I'm craving a little bit.
See, that's the thing with the RPGs, and I think like that's what's always been hard for me. Is like my point that I'm trying to make is that when you do an RPG, you almost have to like stick to whatever role that you pick.
Yeah.
Because I'm the dude who will hop in and be like, oh man, I'm only gonna do melee, and then I'll forget halfway through and try to pick up a gun or something, which doesn't work. Or I'll just forget whatever like the setup was for the character and just kind of not play the same way. So that's kind of why it sucks. But if you're gonna play Outer Worlds, what'd you like about it? How far did you get?
I didn't play it.
Oh, you just downloaded it.
I didn't play it. I have it downloaded. Okay. I've had that game downloaded for like months.
Well, then you'll have to report back to me next time after you play it.
No.
It's a fun. It's a good game. Like I said, it's made by the dudes who made Fallout New Vegas. I think the only difference is that this isn't Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
It's the biggest difference. It's not Fallout. It's a game set in space, so you kind of gotta, It's also, because it's so like space orientated, it's almost like you kind of get confused about what they're talking about. You're like, dude, what are you talking? But after a minute, you kind of get used to it and learn it. I like it a lot.
Okay.
I want to get better at it, but it's one of those games where you got to sit down and know what you're doing and pay attention.
Well, bro, so you mentioned that you've been playing Resident Evil 1. Mm-hmm. I forgot to put this in the notes, but apparently Capcom announced that they're going to have a little, for the Resident Evil 25th anniversary, they're going to have a little event taking place from April 8th to April 11th. Apparently the Resident Evil Twitter account tweeted out, and they're like, keep your, basically they told the audience to be like, let your wildest dreams fucking go. Like, we're going to deliver on it. So, which is very interesting because a lot of companies are like, temper your expectations because we're not going to do all that crazy shit. But they specifically said on their Twitter account, they're like, go wild. They're like, it's going to be really good.
I'm interested.
And people are saying, a lot of people been saying this for a while. You know, they've been remaking all the Resident Evil games. So the main thing people are wanting is Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 remake. And I'm like,
are you a big Resident Evil fan?
Not really.
Okay, neither am I. I'm literally just trying it just because I saw it was free. Yeah. That's the reason I played it.
I'm not a big Resident Evil fan. I played, the first one that I've actually played through and beat was Resident Evil 5.
I played that with a homie.
Yeah, that's 360. Yeah, that's 360 era. And I played that one, and then I played the first person one. And like, as the first person one, I was like, it was cool while I was playing it. Seven. Yeah, Resident Evil 7. It was cool while I was playing it, but I was like, I got stuck at one part, and I was like, okay, I'm just not even gonna bother.
Didn't bring it back up. Didn't even want to play it anymore. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
Resident Evil 4 is the one that people say
is the good one,
best one.
I had a roommate who was on that
best one, bro.
I had a roommate who loved that one. So he tried to beat it without taking any damage.
Oh,
because apparently you unlock some like special weapon. Yeah, and so he'd play it, he'd get hurt, and he'd be like, "Damn it!" And
gotta restart.
Yeah, he'd have to reload it. Shit was funny.
As a gamer and hearing all this stuff about Resident Evil 4, there's been times where I've seen it on the store. And I'm like, I want to buy it. I was like, I want to buy it. It's only like $10. I was like, I want to buy it, and I want to play through this game that everybody says is this incredible game. But at the end of the day, I've been noticing that they're remaking all these Resident Evil games. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to wait till they remake it, and I'm just going to play this classic in this beautiful version. I'm just going to wait. So I'm excited to see what happens in this event. I really hope they announce the Resident Evil 4 remake, because me not being a big Resident Evil fan, I will 100% buy that. I will buy it and I will play it. I will pay $60 for it.
Speaking of the whole zombie genre and stuff like that, what's up with that new Left 4 Dead? Or they stalled it?
Oh, right? Yeah, that.
It's called Back 4 Blood.
Back 4 Blood. Yeah,
they stalled that, right?
Delayed. It was supposed to come out in the summer. I think it was supposed to come out in June. And they delayed it till...
you put here December... Wait, no, that's Marvel. I'm sorry.
Where is it?
I think you deleted it.
Crap!
But yeah, they postponed it, so it's not coming out for a minute. Did you ever play any of those Last of Us games?
I played... Left 4 Dead, I played...
I'm sorry, Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead, I did play the first. I played the first or two, but I was never super big into it.
Did you actually own them, though? Did you ever own them or just play with a homie?
No. I never owned them. Yeah. I just played.
I played with a homie. I played with a homie, and I liked it. It was fun, cool game. The fact that it's like me and my boys were going to try to survive the night of zombies. Yeah. It kind of has that, gosh damn it, Dead Rising. Kind of has a Dead Rising feel without it being so Capcom. And you know what, actually, while we're still in the whole Resident Evil kind of phase, Dead Rising is made by Capcom. And if you really look at it, it's like the exact same game as Resident Evil. It kind of is. Yeah. Not like I don't know exactly which Resident Evil, but it's pretty close. There's zombies everywhere. The aiming is like, in Resident Evil, you move and then you aim. You know, and it's the same thing in that game. You move, then you aim, then attack, and try to get out of there. And they're very, very similar. Yeah. But more goofy is the Dead Rising. Yeah, the Dead Rising is the goofy one, and the other one is the serious one.
I wouldn't freaking be mad at a. Have you seen Dawn of the Dead? Mm-hmm. I would not be mad
at a game like that.
If essentially they did Dead Rising with just a serious take on it. Mm-hmm. Like if they made a video game version of Dawn of the Dead. Bro,
movie.
That would be sick, bro.
I'm going to tell you, there's plenty more fish in the sea.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna tell you if you'll ever let her go. But what I will say is this. It's the end of the fucking world, mate.
Dawn of the Dead is a good ass movie.
It's a good movie.
That really is a good ass movie.
Oh no, I knocked over Assassin's Creed. I knew it was gonna come down at some point.
Just bastard.
I think we're about there. Suicide. We got a couple movie roundups. So this is the movie half.
Yeah.
Welcome to the movie half of Gaming Pop Podcast.
Welcome to the movie half.
And we're gonna go ahead and start talking about.
Games.
We got Suicide Squad on the list. We got Godzilla versus King Kong. I actually want to start with that one. Charles put on here Godzilla versus King Kong, March 31st. I'm not going to watch that. He wants me to watch it, says it's so important. Godzilla's is like the greatest dude ever.
You're going to watch it.
I'm not.
Jordan's going to watch
it.
Look,
here's why I won't watch it. I want you to take a trip with me real quick. Well, we're going to go back in time. We're going to go back to when King Kong came out, the one with Jack Black in it.
Yeah.
Garb. Boring, dumb movie.
Come on.
Boring, dumb movie. The only part about it that I thought was the funniest part of that movie was Jack Black. And the only part that I thought was funny with Jack Black was when he took the cup and put it up to the door and tried to listen through the door. That's about the only part of that movie I was like, okay, that's funny.
Bro.
It was cool.
No,
okay, I lied.
King
The only
Kong.
other part that I did like was
that movie was lit.
When he snapped the dinosaur's jaw. That was about the only other part. I was like, okay, that's cool.
That was sick. That was very sick.
Now,
that was very sick.
With Godzilla... See, I'm an older cat, so I've seen a couple of the Godzilla drops. Do you remember the 2000 Godzilla?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Hated it.
Love it.
The reason I don't like
But
Godzilla...
it's more so because I just watched when I was a kid.
Maybe that's my problem.
It's
I
bad.
watched them when I was like 13.
It's not good, but
they're not good shows. It's like, they're cool.
I think I still like it.
I get the premise. There's a giant lizard coming through the city, but it's like... It reminds me of like the Powerpuff Girls.
It's guilty pleasure.
Oh no, there's a big dragon coming through the city. Damn, the camera cut off again! So yeah, the only point I'm trying to make is that I don't like those movies just because it's the whole chaos, extra blah, blah, blah. I don't like them because they're just not cool. I mean, it's like, yeah, Godzilla's coming. Okay.
They're not cool.
I take it back.
Godzilla
let me tell you,
King Kong
let me tell you why I don't like them. This is why I don't like them. Is because when the Godzilla is coming, there's nothing anybody can do. So we're literally watching a giant lizard destroy the city with no ins or outs.
Yeah.
We throw a whole bunch of bombs at him, and then eventually he just goes, all right, fine, and goes back into the water. All for him to come up in the next movie with your boy Breaking Bad, with Bryan Cranston.
I'll give it. They killed Bryan Cranston off in
They did it?
5
They
minutes.
did?
Yes. He was in the movie for 5 minutes.
That's not even worth seeing then.
He was in the movie for 5 minutes. Yeah, it was stupid.
And they had him on the trailer like he was the main guy.
Yeah, he was the main guy. No.
Wow.
They killed Homeboy off in like 5 minutes. It was terrible.
See? And now you want me to watch King Kong where they're going to try to bring in, what's his name? They're going to, I don't know. But they're
Mecha Godzilla?
I don't know who they're going to bring in. I don't know who the cast is, but I was going to make a joke that they're going to bring in Charlie Day. Do you know who that is?
I know.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
That dude, they're going to try to bring him in just for the comedic relief. He's in, what's that movie? The Kaiju one.
The last one?
No, the fucking robot movie where they fight.
Oh,
the monsters. They're called Kaiju.
Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim. Yeah, he's in Pacific Rim. See, I like Pacific Rim. If they could do a Godzilla like Pacific Rim, that would be cool. Pacific Rim to me was pretty cool. It was like, we have an option. We can actually fight the monster. You know what I mean? That's what makes Powerpuff Girls cool, because they have an option to fight the big monster.
You like Pacific Rim, but you ain't rocking like Godzilla?
Yes, because there's no way to fight these creatures. They're just giant, indestructible monsters that are just going to destroy the city. And it's like, what's the point?
Well,
like I said, all that happens at the end is Godzilla goes into the water again. King Kong gets taken back to his island.
The reason that this movie is very intriguing is just because there is somebody to take him down.
Who?
Each other. Oh, yeah. That's what the cool part is.
Maybe.
It's like Godzilla and Kong fighting with these special effects.
Can I tell you something?
With these special effects, bro.
Well,
nuts.
Don't try to buff up special effects, especially after that Justice League movie. The other thing I'll have to say with that is Godzilla can shoot laser beams out of his mouth. What can King Kong do for that?
He's just a big-ass gorilla.
Just a big-ass gorilla trying to fight a lizard that can shoot fire out of its mouth.
We're going to see what happens.
I'll give you this. The only advantage that King Kong probably has on Godzilla is Godzilla's got dinosaur arms. So he ain't really swinging. He ain't swinging.
Yeah.
He might be whipping his tail around.
Yeah.
That's about all I can see.
I'm stoked.
Okay.
I kind of want to go to the movie theater to watch it.
I would agree with you on that. At least being in the movie would be nice. Did you see
kinda
Rampage?
Yes.
That's how I feel like that movie will be.
Hell, I mean, I don't blame. Yeah, I don't.
That's why I don't like those movies, is because they all kind of seem like Rampage.
But it's like
the big
this,
monsters coming.
But it's like this movie also doesn't have The Rock in it. Anything that The Rock is in, you know, it's gonna be cringe.
Yeah, so funny. Have you ever noticed with The Rock, he only ever plays the same character with the same clothes on?
One white dirty shirt or something, with some
you
beige
can see his
pants
pecs through it. Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Every character's same role, just like Vin Diesel.
Oh, the only motherfucking role that motherfucker plays is Fast and Furious. Family.
No, he got Chronicle of Riddick.
Family.
Even which way? It's about family. Okay, so done with King Kong. Maybe see it. Probably won't.
You will see it.
I will see it.
We're gonna talk about it.
I'll tell you what. I'll see it if it's in a theater.
You're gonna watch it. We're gonna talk about it.
We'll watch it and we'll talk about it.
You have to.
Okay.
I know
it's like part of my job to do it.
Especially after this, now the people really want to hear your thoughts on it.
All right, well, I'm just going to talk a whole bunch of smack, so get ready for the smack episode. Moving on, Suicide Squad trailer. That just dropped. It's got the red band trailer. I think it's interesting, but I'm not going to like it. I might, because it's made by that one... Is it a different director?
Gunn.
Is it a different director than the first one?
Yes.
Okay.
James Gunn. He's never. So little backstory, real quick.
Yeah. What other movies has he made besides?
He is part of Disney. He's made the Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. He got fired from Disney because of some old tweets that popped up, which kind of made him look like a little pedophile. Probably so he got fired from Disney, and then all the fan petition made Disney bring him back. But Disney's smart, so they fired him, and then once all the talk died down,
that dude is definitely a pedo. That most pedo hair I've ever seen in my life. I'll throw a picture up right now. You can't deny this pedo. Anyway.
But basically, once he got fired from Disney, he said, "Hey, all right, I'm gonna just go work for DC and make a Suicide Squad movie." And then he agreed to doing that movie.
Oh, he made both of the Guardians. That's kind of cool.
And then Disney, he's making a trilogy. He's going to make the third one, too.
Ooh.
And then Disney hired him back to make the third Guardians of the Galaxy because that's how much the fan outrage was. So it's very interesting because he is like a Disney director, but he got fired and now he's with DC, but is back with Disney.
Well, hang on. Let me fact check you real quick. Okay, yeah. It said he was a writer, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no.
He's the director. Yeah,
he's the director, too.
He's on there. IMDb.
But Homeboy's making the Suicide Squad, so...
honestly, here's what I was going to say about it. There's this show on HBO Max called the Harley Quinn Show, and it's basically got, like, Harley Quinn and a couple of her homies, and that shark dude is on that show. And the shark dude on that show is actually pretty funny. So watching him in the trailer where he looks like an idiot, I'm a little disappointed. Because the cartoon had him like a smart homie. Like,
okay.
He was like your homie in the show. You're like, okay, that's my dude. I like this guy. So I'm a little worried that he's going to be too dumb or something.
Yeah, in the trailer, they made him seem like... They try to make him seem like a Dave Bautista in Disney. They like a Drax character. Like just a dumbass character who's like... just dumb to be dumb. And totally, like, the hand thing, I was like, when I was watching the trailer, you heard me, bro. The first thing I was like, this looks like they're trying to make a Drax character.
Well, and I'll give you, I bet it'll be exciting. I like how before you said that he picked out new characters and stuff that nobody's seen. That's that's a cool fact. I like seeing characters I haven't seen. It's like, we've seen Batman enough times. We've seen so many iterations of Batman that it's almost like being Batman is like being James Bond at this point. Yeah. And it's like, it's just weird to me that the only character that got brought over from the previous one is the same Harley Quinn chick.
It's Harley. Yeah. I mean, because they think Harley Quinn is a moneymaker for some reason.
That's just because every girl at Halloween wants to be Harley Quinn.
Loves Harley Quinn.
Knock that Schmidt off. She's not cool. She's a psychopath who's addicted to another psychopath. Like, come on, y'all. Toxicity. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I don't. Harley Quinn, I was like, they brought her back, and I think they brought Boomerang. Boomerang is in the trailer.
What happened to Will? Why don't they got Will on there?
Shit, he probably didn't want to fucking do it.
Probably because the first one sucks so bad.
He probably was like, yo, this DC shit is ass.
Well, let's see if James Gunn can fix it.
Also because at the end of the Snyder shit, they introduced Deathstroke. So Deathstroke is essentially just another fucking of him.
No, because that dude is a one-shot. Deathstroke
Deathstroke is like an assassin. He's
isn't
like
Deathstroke the
he's
dude
like
who's
Deadpool.
fighting? Isn't Death? No, he's nothing like Deadpool. He's more serious than Deadpool
for sure. He's just like I say like an assassin swordsman type thing. Who?
Does he also go by Slade? Is he the dude who fights the Teen Titans?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure he is.
I think so.
I think it's the same dude.
But basically,
it is because of the helmet.
So essentially, like him and Will Smith essentially look the same.
No, Will Smith's character was like a one shot kind of guy. He was like a accurate kind of dude, bullseye kind of guy.
Yeah.
Where this dude is an assassin, so he'll get in there quietly, but if shit goes to shit, then he's gonna shoot out.
Yeah.
That's the big difference there.
But
what I will say with the Slade dude is that that is one of my favorite characters from the DC, like at least villains.
Who?
Deathstroke. Gosh.
Deathstroke. Yeah.
Deathstroke. I think his other name is Slade. But he's a cool dude just because of the Teen Titans, dude. Oh my gosh. I remember watching the cartoons, and I always thought Slade was Batman. I'm like, dude, this is clearly Batman just testing Robin. That's literally what I used to think as a kid.
Damn.
But I don't know. I guess I was wrong.
I mean, like what we're saying right now, right? With just Deathstroke and then blah blah blah. I'm excited. I think the Suicide. After I got done watching the trailer, I was like, this might be one of the best movies they make.
It might be.
It looks like one of the best movies in their tier.
Well,
every time I say that, it's just like your catalog is not that good.
I'll give you the fact that DC is trying to turn things around.
Yeah,
I'm betting by the time the Robert Pattinson Batman comes out, things will be looking a lot better for him. I mean, that trailer for the Pattinson one, I was like, I'm gonna see that one.
It looks super solid.
Yeah.
I don't think I've never seen a DC trailer that looks as good as that.
Oh
one.
yeah, I was excited. I was very excited.
Not even this Suicide Squad one was good. I legit did enjoy the Suicide Squad trailer.
It was a little funny.
I would say everybody kind of looks like just fucking like I don't know. Everybody's wearing this bunk ass costume.
Because I think they're comic book accurate.
Yeah, like super comic, and I'm like, everybody just looks weird and shit. But that Batman trailer, there is not another DC trailer that has made me feel the way that Robert Pattinson one has.
And I'd want to know the story because you say it's like new Batman. I don't know. We'll find out when it comes out. We're running a little close on time, so I see us just moving to our last subject, and it's clearly our favorite subject. The Marvel movie's coming out sometime this year. We've got Black Widow on the line, Shang-Chi on the line, and then we got the Eternals and Spider-Man 6. I mean, 3. Probably technically 9 at this point.
Freaking...
I'm really excited for that Spider-Man, dude, because the trailers for that just make it seem like... Not even trailers, just the fact that no one said anything or knows anything.
That's what's freaking interesting to me about is this movie's still supposed to come out on December 17th, and I'm like...
No trailers.
There is no trailers. You guys are still filming this movie. They're still filming it. I'm like,
they're probably gonna push it back. Then
they have to push it back.
They're gonna push it back.
There's no way you guys are still filming this movie, and it's supposed to come out December 17th.
Well, not only that, but the rumors that I've been hearing for that is all 3 Spider-Mans are gonna be in there because it's gonna be a multiverse kind of movie.
Thing. Yeah,
which I'm okay with. I like the multiverse stuff because it kind of gives the diversity.
The only thing I don't like about that is to me, it just feels so rushed because of Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
It's just like Spider-Verse was so good to where they're like, we gotta get it out. It's like, okay, we gotta do that. Like, Spider-Verse was amazing. Everybody loved it. We gotta do that. So where it's like, I was like, I want to see the Spider-Verse. But it's like, to me, you guys just automatically doing this just right after that just makes it feel like, all right, let's just a little copy and paste here. Let's just make it a live action. So,
Did Far From Home come out before that one? Did Far From Home come out before the cartoon one? I'm pretty sure. I feel like.
I mean, regardless of it, the post production and everything was already done before Spider-Verse came out. Yeah. So that movie essentially was done before.
Well, that's what I was kind of asking because I was thinking if the Spider-Verse one had come out before, if it would have changed the Far From Home.
That one, yeah, nah.
But this next one called Not Going Home, Not Coming Home. Let's not look it up. Yeah. Anyway, Spider-Man 3. We're hoping for it. Excited about it. What was the other one on there?
So the first one that's going to be starting is Black Widow on July 9th.
There's nothing coming out in May?
No, that Black Widow
That's
was
a
supposed to be the main movie.
heartbreak.
Black Widow was supposed to be the main movie.
Just a little secret for y'all. My birthday is May 3rd. And every year since I was a
Something
kid, something comes out around my birthday. And I go see it. I remember Hulk came out. And I was like, dude, I don't like Hulk, but this is cool. It's on my birthday.
Either Infinity War or Endgame came out like that first week of May.
Exactly.
That was like May 5th or something. One of those.
And that was a good birthday.
But freaking, Black Widow they pushed it back from May till July 9th. Shang-Chi got pushed till September 3rd. Eternals got pushed to November 5th. And then your Spider-Man on December 17th. All supposed to come out this year. Me personally, I was kind of bummed out about the Black Widow getting pushed back. But I am happy just because all these releases are going to be back to back to back. Mm-hmm. That is freaking awesome. You got Black Widow July, month break. Shang-Chi, month break. Eternals. And then you get Spider-Man 3 just a month after
Are
Eternals.
they dropping TV shows in between those two?
Yes. Yeah. Loki. So, with Black Widow getting pushed back, Loki's going to be starting up pretty soon after
this one,
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So it's like we're going to have something to chew on.
I'm wondering if they're going to let these suckers tie together.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's the cast, man. We've been here too long, talking too much. We love y'all.
Super excited about for the Marvel movies. And everything that's going on. Yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff happened this week. A lot of good stuff. But we love you guys. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you think. And dude, episode 10, baby's here.
We're talking about making it live.
Yeah, we're gonna make episode 10 is gonna be live for you guys. So we're gonna give you guys some more updates on that. Make sure you're posted to our Instagram and Twitter. That's where you're gonna get the most recent updates regarding all of that info. And then, we're going to be uploading this baby on Monday. And then Friday or Saturday, we're going to have the live episode.
Yep.
So
we'll
and the rest of the stuff. Season 10 almost to a close. Mm-hmm. And then we'll be taking a little break.
Season 10 or Season 1?
Season 1 coming to a close, episode 10. And then we'll be taking a little break. Yeah. But, shouts out to you guys. Thanks
for watching. If you've made it this far, make sure to leave that like, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Thanks again.
Later.
Say bye, baby. Deuces.